Is it possible if you can describe to us what happened when you felt that something was off?
That was the time when I started to rethink all the past decisions I made. Regret started coming in. So this regret, it grew into worry. So from worry, it grew into anxiety.
Can you break it down to us? What were the specific signs or symptoms that you were feeling at that time?
The first one is when I started to hate what I usually like. Number two, I lost my appetite. I didn't want to meet people because I feel like people are judging me, which was all in my mind. And I started having insomnia. That's where the functionality starts to fade. I started to not take care of myself.
But one thing I noticed, you have a very open relationship with your parents. Did it help that they are very open about talking this time?
It helps 150%,
Wow.
200%. When I started talking to them, I think that is when there's this chain that was holding me back.
Right.
I started talking to them, and that was when the chain started to break off a bit. Of course, by time, the feelings got worse. So getting their opinions somehow was not enough. My mom wanted me to look for external help beyond family help. My mom went to my place where I studied, and then we went together to the counseling unit. That was when the counselor referred me to a psychiatrist. So that was when I felt a bit scared because I was finally meeting a psychiatrist, which I did not want. I would say it's not about the medications alone. I would say 80% of what I do is what makes the big difference during my healing process. And then my mom started to advocate me to start writing, journaling. So I just wrote on a book what I want, what I hate, what I don't like. And somehow it gave me a direction.
Like put things in perspective.
Yes, it put things in perspective, and somehow it moves you forward. I started journaling.
Okay.
Aside from that, I started to listen to TED Talks.
Okay.
I think I watched few videos. And then...
Yeah, there are some really good TED Talks, huh? Can really give you a lot of insights as
Yes.
well.
Actually, when I was in this anxiety episode, depressive episode, the biggest thing that was holding me back was my anxiety towards people. I told myself that I was not worthy to be around the people around me. It's just a sudden feeling. I don't know how it went out, maybe because the regret and then started to build up into anxiety and then into depression. So this depressive state, it blocks my mind from the positive things. I focus on the bad things. I suddenly resurrect the bad memories with people. So I believe that people was looking at me weird. So I started having huge social anxiety.
Right.
So I believed I was an introvert. I cannot talk. And that was when I started to look for personal development videos on how to be more maybe talkative, how to talk to people. And so somehow it gave me a goal to set. Yeah.
Wow, and you wrote it all in your journal, and you were able to identify where it was all coming from.
Yes.
Aside from journaling, what else did you do during this semestral break that you were in?
Okay, so I stopped my semester.
Yes.
But then there's another big decision where I took, which I wanted to drop out of uni.
From the
university.
From the course.
From the course. And so as we decided to drop out, before dropping out, I was back in Sabah.
Right.
Back in Sabah in my home. And my father, he went to sit with me, which was also had a huge impact on my well-being. Because before this, I never had a
Conversation
with my dad. Maybe I had, but I did not put much thought into our conversations. So when we talked one-to-one, and he said, okay, if you want to drop out, make sure you do it correctly and as fast as possible because we want to apply the new one. And so from there, we reached to an agreement to drop out. And dropping out also actually gave me a sense of a feeling of being loosed of the chains that were holding me back.
Right. Because you were telling that the course that you were in at that time, was it your own choosing or?
It was my own choosing.
Okay.
So I tell a little bit about my education background.
Yes, yes.
So before this, I was a science stream student. I got 2 offers. One, I applied for Physical Foundation to prepare for the engineering degree.
Okay.
And then one I got for matriculation.
Okay.
So at that time, it was COVID, 2020. And somehow I had a change of interest.
Right.
Which before this, I told my father and my family that I may go to engineering. And so we had this agreement.
Oh, okay.
But when I finished my SPM, it was time to make this big decision of study. I told myself that I was not ready to go to KL. So I didn't want to go to So I went to matriculation. And somehow my dad was a bit disappointed. Majorly disappointed, actually.
Right.
And that also affected my well-being somehow, but I was hiding it.
Okay.
Without me knowing.
Right.
I was suppressing the feeling of guilt. I was holding it. And then in matriculation, I decided to take along the path of physiotherapy. I decided to become a sports physio. So my second choice in UPU, it was a system to go to universities.
Yes.
I chose the second choice is physio for UKM.
Right.
The first one is for The reason I choose is because since I rejected it before, so I have to go to I thought the smartest decision was to take a course which is along the side of rehabilitation and also fitness. So I chose sports science.
Okay.
And then 2 years into sports science in the whole 2 years I was actually suppressing the feeling of guilt towards my dad and also the feeling of uncertainty towards how am I going to go about my future.
Right.
Because when you say engineering,
Yes.
you straight away go into the engineering field.
Yes.
But you have to make your own way when it comes to physio, especially sports physio.
Yes.
And then it started to come back to me, the feeling of uncertainty, anxiety, regret of not choosing what my dad advocated.
Okay.
And so 2 years into that course, I stopped. And that is where me and my dad discussed for
And when you had a talk with your dad and your father was open to your choice of stopping the course, differing the course, and then going into the mechanical engineering. And when you saw him agreeing to that, in a sense, you felt the chain has been broken.
Yes. Some of the chain have been broken. So I felt like there's the past regret that I had been, I got a new sense of hope.
Oh, wow.
Because I could go into the course that I wanted. And so that was not the end of it, actually, because I still had the anxiety of meeting people. So that is another big problem.
Right. So how did you deal with that in the end?
So during my huge break, this 8-month gap of not doing anything, I actually did something. I went to work. I actually went to work. And I went to work. There's a pet shop around my area. I went to work. I went into the shop and I said, is there any vacancy that I can fill in? Just to fill in my time.
Right.
It's not to gain money or anything, just to fill in my time instead of just rotting myself in my house, right?
But why pet shop? You could have been like working in McDonald's, in the food industry.
Pet shop because I think it's very close to my house, one.
Okay.
And I know the manager there.
Right.
Somehow we had, he was my senior in high school. So I tried it first. That was my first attempt in getting a job. If I told myself if I don't get this one, I may try other jobs. But somehow I got this first try, and then I started working on the month of February.
Okay.
February up until February, March, May, early May. So 3 months in that shop. So during that time, I learned talking to people. I learned how to sell things.
Right?
But the one biggest thing that helped me is talking to people that I don't know. Because the people that I know, they already have a first impression on me. So I had to look for new people to talk to.
Okay.
They won't have any prejudice.
Right.
It's a new impression, right? So I tried my best to give a good impression to new people.
Right.
And somehow I started to develop this feeling of worth.
Wow.
That's the biggest one. The worth of being able to talk to people around me.
Right.
Yeah. So I can say that talking to people is actually has a very big positive impact on your mental health.
Did you like it in the beginning when you have to talk to strangers? Or did you develop it over time, the likeness? Do you still like talking to strangers or you still feel awkward?
It's a development thing.
Okay.
If you say now I really like talking to people.
Oh.
Yeah, because I started to talking to people. For me, it's a way for me to learn from their experience.
Right.
Because I know that my experience is limited. But when I start to talk to other people, listen, focus on their opinions, it is an unlimited field of experience. So I can learn much more from people.
That's amazing, Abel, because you have such a very broad view of what life is. Learning from others, understanding your own incapacities. Yet all these thoughts come out of nowhere without any basis, even though people are not judging you, but that's how you feel you're being judged.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like you wake up, you could have looked forward to so many good things because you have good parents, you have good social friends, you are good in academic, you are handsome, you are tall, you have all these qualities of everything good. Yet, based on what you have shared, your mind is telling you otherwise. And that is really, I think, can be very frustrating to people that you don't have a control over of the thoughts.
I actually thought of what doctor said before. I had a good family, a good background.
Yeah.
I grew up in a good church, good community, and somehow, this mystery that it's a mystery where this good guy, this tall, good guy, a good family, somehow went into a despair, depressive episode. It's still somehow, still a mystery for me.
Right.
There's this one quote, I think it's from Ellen G. White.
Yes.
I think. It is in a crisis that character is revealed. So I got this quote I went to Klang Church last week. So I listened to the sermon. So I wrote it down so that I remember. So maybe suffering, there's the good side of suffering, maybe. Maybe God wanted me to reveal a character in me, maybe to chip down the ego that I had prior.
That's a very different way of looking at it. And for a young man to think like that, I really think God is in work in you to be able to retrospectively think about how even the negative things that you have experienced, God is able to turn it into positive. Can you share with me what was the lowest point in your life?
A point in my life where I was very in a low position. I think it's when I started to...
I cannot imagine how your mom must have felt at that time when you told her. I also acknowledge your bravery of telling her that she's the first person that you called when you were feeling that kind of. So looking back, is there anything else that really prevented you from going step further?
I think I hold on to the hope. There's actually a bit hope where I wanted to see...
How do you feel about the stigma from outside the family that you're from?
In my community, we never talked about it. In my
Yeah,
community, we
right.
never talk. So the first thing that I was thinking was,
So how is Abel now?
now I am